Now we are going to create some new elements for this illustration. We'll be working mostly on this layers panel, so I'm going to enlarge it a bit so you can see better. So this illustration is looking quite finished at the moment, but there are some extra details I'd like to add. For example, shoes, socks, I want to add some wristbands on her arms, and we're going to do it all under Adobe After Effects. So, first of all, I'm going to hold Control, and I'm going to click on the left arm, the right arm, the left leg, and the right leg, and I'm going to select the 4 layers at the same time. And now that they are all selected, I'm going to right click and go to Create Shapes from Vector Layers. So as you can see, we have 4 new layers on top of everything that got a little star as an icon. They are the same, but the difference is that they are now fully editable. So I can take these lines and move it around as if we were on Adobe Illustrator. So this is going to be very useful later on when we are animating, because we'll definitely want to bend the arms and the legs. So next, I'm going to reposition these 4 new layers that are currently on top. I'm going to move them where the original ones were. So just click and drag and leave these new layers where the originals were, which were automatically hidden when we created the new layers. But we are going to just straight on delete them because we don't need them anymore and they are creating clutter on our layers panel. Okay, next I am going to duplicate this left arm by hitting Ctrl D on the keyboard while having that layer selected, and it's going to create a new one. So now I'm going to right click, rename, and I'm going to name this layer as left wristband. Now I'm going to click on this little arrow that we have here to expand this menu. I'm also going to expand contents and expand group 1, and as you can see we have path and stroke. So there are differences between these two. The path contains information on the vector itself, while the stroke refers to the properties as the line weight and the color. Right now I only want to modify the stroke. I want to change the color, so I'm going to click on this little eyedropper icon. I'm going to take it, and we're going to click anywhere that's colored with this light blue. So now, as you can see, the entire arm has been recolored with this light blue. So that's okay by now, but we are going to modify this because we don't want the entire arm to take this color. We just want to create a wristband. So I'm going to go here where it says Add, and we have this little arrow pointing right, and I'm going to click on this arrow, and this menu will appear. We're going to select Trim Paths. Now I'm going to collapse everything else, and I'm going to expand the Trim Paths. So as you can see, we have 3 values here: start, end, and offset. I'm going to play a bit with the values for start and end. I'm going to make it start at 85 and end on 95. And I'm going to go back to the stroke because I forgot something. I want to change this from a round cap to a butt cap. So there we have it. Now we have created the wristband on her hand. So I'm going to collapse everything here for now. And I'm going to repeat the process with the right arm. So I'm going to expand the stroke for this arm. I'm going to take the eyedropper, I'm going to copy the color again. Then I will change the line cap to a butt cap again. And now I'm going to add trim paths. So I am going to expand this menu again, and I'm going to input the same values as before. Start at 85 and end on 95. And there we have it. We have successfully created the right wristband. Now we're going to do the hands. So I'm going to duplicate again her left arm. So I'm going to rename this as left hand, and while I'm at it, I'm going to rename the previous one, I forgot to do it, as right wristband. Okay, so now I'm going to expand everything on the hand, and I'm going to expand the stroke, and I'm going to enlarge the stroke a bit. I'm going to put 35 points. And now I am going to add trim paths. So again, we are going to expand the menu for the trim paths, and this time I'm going to create a very short line. I'm going to play with the start and end values to create a very tiny line. starting at 99 and ending at 100. So as you can see, since we have the round cap activated, this looks kinda like a circle, like a perfect circle. So this is what I'm going for. So feel free to try different things and modifying the stroke weight, but I think I'm going to leave it at 35. And there we go, we have created the hand. Now you can even move this layer from the stack of layers to the top of the wristband or to the bottom. I think I'm going to go with having the hand on the top of the wristband. And of course I'm going to repeat the entire process for the right arm, which I'm going to do very quickly. So we already know the process by now. We're going to expand the stroke weight, and then we're going to add the trim paths, and we're going to make the line short, start at 99, ending at 100, and then I'm going to move this layer to the top of the wristband. Okay, so we are finished now with both of her arms. This is all the detail that I wanted to create. So I could have created all these lines and the hands on Adobe Illustrator, but I wanted to show you that it's completely possible to do it on Adobe After Effects, and it's also very useful to know your way around Adobe After Effects, creating trim paths, for example, and modifying everything by the numbers. So I'm going to start with the legs now. I'm going to zoom in around here. I'm going to duplicate the left leg, and I'm going to rename this layer as left sock. So we are going to create the socks for this character. We are going to expand the stroke menu. We are going to zoom out a bit right now. I'm going to take the eyedropper and I'm going to click on any shape that's colored with the light blue color. And now I'm going to modify the line cap to a butt cap so it's straight. And again I am going to add trim paths. I'm going to expand this. And I am going to modify the numbers for start and end. I'm going to make it start at 60 and end at 100. So that's it. Now I'm going to duplicate the right leg and I'm going to repeat the same process again. I'm going to rename it as right sock. So it may be a bit annoying to repeat this over and over, but it's a good way to practice this new skill, this new logic that Adobe After Effects has. So again we are going to expand trim paths and we are going to start at 60 and there we go. And finally we are going to create the shoes for this character. So what I'm going to do is to duplicate the sock layer. I'm going to drag it to the bottom and I'm going to rename it as R shoe. So I'm going to expand the properties here, and what I want to do is to change the color to a pure white. As you can see here, I'm moving this slider to the very top. Now I'm going to change the line cap to a round cap. And now we're going to expand this trim paths menu. Remember that we have duplicated the sock, which already had a trim path added, so we don't need to add it again. So I'm going to modify this, start 95 and 100. Then I'll enlarge the stroke width to, let's say, 50. And there we have it. It's very simple, but it now looks like a shoe. So now I'm going to duplicate the left sock and I'm going to do the exact same thing. As you can see, I'm expanding the menus and I'm changing the color, the stroke width, and so on. And also don't forget to change the line cap to a round cap. And finally we're going to modify the values for the trim paths from 95 to 100. And there we go. So at this point I think I'm going to fine-tune the length of the socks. I want to make them a bit shorter. So I'm slightly modifying the numbers here, but this is up to your personal preferences. Okay, perfect. So right now we have finally our character ready. Okay, so I'm collapsing everything here. There we go. So on the next video we are going to clear up our layers panel a bit and parent everything together. See you there.